ton champ, madame. Ok. Smile.
Hello.
Ok, look at me.
Smile.
Maman. Il faut les autres. Voilà. Oui, la dame, la dame à côté de vous. Pour que les plus, vous êtes dans le champ de la caméra. Merci beaucoup.
Hello, sir. Sir. Hello.
Thank you. Il y a vraiment des gros gens. La dame à côté de vous. Ce sera irrécupérable. Ouais, clairement.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to a new update. And just moments ago, Jimin arrived at the Dior fashion show. And finally, we can say that Dior global ambassador Jimin has returned to Paris Fashion Week. This was the moment ARMY had been waiting for, and the moment he arrived, the sound of fans screaming filled the place. In a little while, we will talk about just how many fans came today, because and honestly, ARMY truly surprised everyone. But first, let's take a moment to admire Jimin's look today. And how do we even begin? He looked breathtaking and so handsome. He's so charming and amazing. I loved his look so much, and his hairstyle looked perfect. Everything was 10 out of 10. His style, his confidence, his visual, everything about him was just flawless. And even though he only arrived a short while ago, everyone is talking about him. And of course, also the press. They couldn't take their cameras off him either. Honestly, it was so expected because the global ambassador of Dior is finally back after more than 2 years. And let's not forget, this is Jimin's first public and official event since finishing his military service, and also his first fashion show in over 2 years. For me, and after watching a lot of videos of Jimin, his arrival and inside the show, I was so impressed by his high level of confidence. He didn't look nervous, instead he seemed calm and completely comfortable. And he was also smiling at the cameras, which made him look even more charming. I honestly loved Jimin's confidence at the fashion show so much. He was smiling, he was so confident. And by the way, everyone, if you think and if you thought he looked nervous, that maybe you didn't watch enough of the videos of Jimin inside the show, because in every clip he looked strong and confident. I also loved how he looked directly to the cameras, giving us so many beautiful pictures, both from fans and also from the press. He looked stunning in every single photo. And at the end of the day, Jimin showed once again why he's a truly unforgettable. His presence, his confidence, and his beauty captures everyone's attention. This event wasn't just about fashion, it was about Jimin's return. And he really made it unforgettable for both ARMYs and also for the media. And now everyone, let's take a moment and let's talk about ARMY who came to see Jimin on the day of the Dior fashion show. The crowd of the fans was honestly massive, and as you know, at fashion shows there are always famous people and beloved celebrities attending, and the Dior event was full of big names too, so of course the fans outside were not only ARMY. But let me tell you everyone, the moment Jimin appeared, everything changed. The screams from ARMY were so loud and full of excitement, it was unbelievable. They were shouting his name non-stop, and the energy was so strong, the energy was so high, and I honestly found it really hard for me to describe how many people came to see Jimin. They were really so many of them, and that was really amazing. And let me tell you guys something, is that what made it even more special is that ARMY who came to see Jimin at the fashion show came fully prepared. Many of them brought banners, posters, and Jimin's photos with them, and that was really so sweet because so many ARMYs posted on TikTok and also on Twitter the photos of the crowd, and everyone came prepared today. That was so cool, and I just hope Jimin could see everything. I feel like this reminds me of the first Dior show that Jimin attended as their global ambassador more than 2 years ago. Back then, he also gathered a huge crowd for ARMY, and this time it was the same. An ocean of fans came only to show their love and support for him. They only came to see Jimin. Even just catching a small glimpse of him walking by was enough to make their entire trip worth it. I think it's obvious that the reason why all the fans came today is because to see Jimin, but at the same time, they came to show him love and support. Some lucky fans even managed to see him when he was going back to his hotel and when he was walking around the city with hype stuff, of course. I feel like those are all unforgettable memories. I guess now we should say thanks to the armies in Paris who came and showed up so much love and so much support for Jimin. You truly made the event more special. Even the media talked about the massive crowd, and basically the truth is that the press was not only talking about the celebrities who attended the fashion show, but also about the massive crowd outside the fashion show. I feel like ARMY today, they did really an amazing job, and they made everyone also talk about them. For me, I feel like when Jimin arrived at the fashion show, everyone's eyes were on him. His look today felt so powerful, and that's exactly what made him stand out. He has his natural charm that makes even the smallest details about his outfit look special. Jimin doesn't need to try too hard to look good. The way he walked in with confidence, his smile, and the way he carried himself made him look even more handsome. Fans couldn't stop talking about him and how perfect he looked today. I really cannot get over Jimin today. He was looking breathtaking. And yeah, everyone is talking about him and everyone is falling deeply in love with him. I guess what I'm trying to say is that Jimin was looking perfect today. And also everyone, I want to remind you of something very important. As always, ARMY has their own goals whenever a BTS member attend the fashion show or there is any big event. By now, I think you all used to this tradition. Every time a BTS member appear at an event, fans show their love and support by trending his name, sharing his photos and videos everywhere on all the social media platforms. That's why, guys, make sure to show all your love and support for Jimin. Since today is the Dior fashion show, so please do not forget to show him so much love and so much support. As you saw in the videos, armies in Paris came and they were waiting for him for hours outside Dior fashion show place. And for the online armies and for the armies who couldn't be there, you can just share his photos and videos and show him so much love. Basically, for the international armies, the best way to show your love and support is to be active on social media, posting, liking, sharing, and spreading his presence everywhere. We really need to take a moment to talk about Jimin's huge impact. Even though his last Dior campaign was a long time ago, his photos are still displayed in Dior's biggest stores all around the world. And Jimin will always be the global ambassador who brings massive profit to the brand. And Dior is truly lucky to have someone like him. And let me remind you everyone, when Dior first announced Jimin as their global ambassador, the company achieved its highest stock growth in 31 years. And by the way everyone, this wasn't just a fan talking, this is a real numbers and real achievements. In 2023, for the first time in 31 years, Dior experienced such a huge growth because of Jimin, which was absolutely crazy, and it was such a powerful moment. You can guys go to Google and search for this and you will find this information. It's confirmed and it's not just a fan talking. This is real. And I can tell you everyone that was only the beginning. A few days after the announcement, Jimin attended Paris Fashion Week, his first ever fashion show, and he became the second biggest influencer at the event. I mean, that's incredible, and of course we can't forget the massive crowd of ARMY who came just for him. There were so many famous celebrities at the show, but the fans screaming Jimin's name made it clear who the real star was. And another fact we cannot forget, anything Jimin wears from Dior sells out. I mean, for the second time, Dior is so lucky to have him as their global ambassador. And do you know what everyone, there is something I really hope for, and I have seen so many armies and fans talking about it as well. I guess we all want the same thing. We all want a new and a brand new Dior campaign with Jimin. It's honestly been such a long time since his last photo session and his campaign with the brand, and I think now it's the perfect time for Dior to give us something new. Just imagine how amazing it would be to see Jimin in a fresh photo session in Paris, because the last campaign he did was so iconic and he left such a huge mark that even after 2 years, the photos are still displayed in Dior biggest stores. That alone proves how timeless and powerful his impact is. So if Dior release a new campaign with Jimin now, it will be huge and it will break the internet. Not just for ARMY, but for the fashion industry. And of course, we all know how it goes. Anything Jimin wears from Dior sells out immediately. That's why fans are raising their expectations, hoping not only for a new photo session, but maybe even a full campaign with Jimin. That would be amazing. So a new content from Jimin, this is really a blessing. I feel like when you read ARMY's comments and their posts, you can clearly understand what they want. They just want new content of Jimin. They want to see him more often. It doesn't matter if it's a new photo session or a full new campaign. What really matters to them is having more Jimin content in the coming days, and I absolutely agree with that. I really hope we can see Jimin a lot in the coming days. And I think we haven't talked enough about blonde Jimin in 2025. Honestly, who expected that? It was such a beautiful surprise for ARMY. The first time we saw him blonde again was when photos of him with RM at an event in Seoul came out just days after they returned from LA. He left Korea and he came to Korea with black hair, but then he was blonde again, and ARMYs went wild. I was literally speechless, and his blonde picture spread widely. Everyone was talking about blonde Jimin. Everyone is obsessed with blonde Jimin. His photo is getting millions of views and everyone is talking about him. ARMY had so many questions too, because why did Jimin dye his hair? Was he preparing for something? Because usually when he changed his hair color, it means he's working on a project. Some believe it's for his own solo work in 2025, while others think it could be something for BTS group comeback. At this point, I feel like whatever the reason is, ARMY wins either way. What's clear is that seeing blonde Jimin again this year in 2025 was a blessing. He looks so handsome and breathtaking, and blonde really suit him, even though it's a difficult color for most people, but on him it looks really perfect. And now everyone, tell us in the comments what your reaction was and how you felt when you finally saw Jimin return to Paris Fashion Week after almost 3 years. This was only the second time Jimin has ever attended a fashion show. Everyone was talking about him and it became the main topic, everyone expressing how happy they were to see him finally back. When it was confirmed that Jimin is really going to attend the Dior Fashion Show 2025 in Paris, I'm gonna tell you guys, it was such a powerful moment. Everyone was so happy, everyone was spreading the news, and everyone is so excited to see him. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm so excited and I'm so happy and I'm so grateful that the global ambassador Jimin is back again. I'm really excited for everything. So yeah, tell us guys in the comments what you think. And thank you so much for watching today's update. I really hope you like it. And if you like it, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to my channel so that you're gonna see every single video that I posted about BTS members. I guess see you in the next video. Take care of yourself and goodbye.